Hello and welcome back to my channel, Higher Thinking with Valarie. I'm so glad that you're here. So it's been a while. I try to post at least once a week, okay, because I am trying to grow the channel, and once a week is like the most that I can do. Also, it can be difficult sometimes coming up with or feeling inspired to talk about something specific or coming up with what I'm going to talk about. But I have a lot of things that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about, but I guess I'm just gonna kind of talk your ear off a little bit, and hopefully you stick around to the end. I'm gonna kind of see like how it flows. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to talk about what's been coming to me lately. Okay, so the first thing I can remember is you will never regret being an honest, good person. You know, there's this saying that says the good guy loses or something like that, or the good guys always last. This might be referring to like guys that, are the good guys and the girls always friend zone them or blah, blah, blah. But there's just that saying, right? Like doing right by people, being honest, being truthful in everything that you do gets you, you know, nowhere, or leaves you on the back burner, or gets you used, gets you abused, whatever. But, and it might, right? Because a lot of people mistake kindness for weakness. A lot of people, when there's people coming from a pure, innocent place, people there's some people, I'm not going to say all people, but there is people out there that like to take advantage of that and prey on that. Okay? But no matter how many times in the past, so you have to understand that there's seasons for everything. And when you are an honest person in your life, and as you grow older and go through certain lessons and you're working on yourself, you outgrow the versions of you that had no boundaries, or the versions of you that, let people mistake your kindness for weakness, things like that. And you're not going to ever regret being that person, because you're going to see in time, in divine timing, which is like one of my favorite things to talk to people about. Like, divine timing really is a real thing. Like, sometimes we want something in a certain time in our life. Like, oh, I really want a relationship. I'm ready for a relationship. I've done the inner work for a relationship. This, that. This. But only something bigger than you, your future self, your higher self, God, the universe, whatever, something bigger, an energy that's bigger than you and all knowing and more intelligent than you, the human being, you're a spiritual being in a human body. There is something that knows more than you, right? The creator of you knows that it's just not the right time. And you also have to understand that I was just talking to my sister about this. Like, there's some hard things that we go through, and it truly is for a reason. It can be a lesson. It can be just karmic things that we have to get through. It could be the universe, God, trying to remove certain people, places, and things from your life because it's not meant to be in that next season. Okay? And it hurts, and it's difficult to go through, but you have to understand that it is necessary, and that's where the trust comes in. And it's not easy to trust, because I know that when I'm going through a really hard time, I just want to sit there and have self-pity, curse, F this, F that. But in those moments is when you have to like recollect yourself and focus on the things that are going right, because there's always going to be, no matter what, no matter how much money you have, or you found the perfect, you found your soulmate, you got the dream home that you wanted, you're a millionaire, whatever, there's always going to be something that you are going through, or something that's could always use work in your life. That's why the work in life, working on yourself, working on your life is a never ending thing. But that's for those people that actually work on themselves. My channel, Higher Thinking with Valarie U, is my intended audience is only people that do the inner work and that want to be a better version of themselves. That's who my channel is for. That's who I'm talking to. Whenever I talk on my channel, now it doesn't mean that if you're not doing the work on yourself or you've never done the work on yourself or you don't even know what that is, doesn't mean that this is not for you. It just means that you might not be able to resonate with some of the things that I talk about. But if you're open to being taught and open to learning, like, then those are the type of people that can receive this message. Okay? Because you got to be open to receive, right? We are all a student, and we are also the teacher. We are the student and we are the teacher. Okay? But I am always just going to be a student of life. There are certain things that I've already graduated from, but I am always going to be a student of life, and there is always a teacher for me. So I understand that. All right. But I know that I have wisdom and insight and knowledge that I can share with people because of where I'm at in my life and the things that I have attracted into my life. And it's because of the work that I've done. It's because of the things that I've done. Okay. You got to understand that working on yourself, like, grounding, meditating, taking accountability of your life, being honest, allowing things that are not meant to be in your life, letting them go, choosing better, making better choices. All of that actually matters in the bigger picture, because sometimes it doesn't feel like it does. Like in our everyday, sometimes our everyday life can feel mundane, and it doesn't feel like those little choices that we make actually matter. But you will see, like, even like it might take years down the line or a month or two down the line. Typically, when you start making changes in your life, like let's say you start meditating day 1, day 2, typically it does not take long for you to start noticing a difference within yourself, because everything does start within yourself, right? When you start having the more positive, uplifted attitude, uplifted, high vibrating vibration that you're putting out there, when you have all that going for yourself, right? You're taking accountability for your life. You stop playing victim mode. You stop watching things that are not good, whatever. You stop eating Big Macs every day. When you start making those small changes, you're going to start immediately seeing the benefits, and it's going to make you want more. If you love yourself, you're going to be like, I want more. I want better. And doesn't mean that you're not going to like be up here and then go down and be up here and go down. But it's all part of the learning curve and part of lessons, right? Like sometimes when you're new to it, you'll dip, you know what I mean? But eventually, once you pass and graduate, okay, once you graduate from that, then you won't ever go, right? It's like when they say the red pill or the blue pill from the Matrix. Like once you take the red pill, I believe it's the one that wakes him up, right? That shows him the truth. You can't go back. So it's the same thing with, this life and doing the work and awakening to your higher self and the God within you. It's like once you understand that loving yourself and being the best version of yourself is not only what you came here to do, but it is inspiring and it uplifts others, and you don't understand how many people's lives that you can change just by you doing the work on yourself. Just like Michael Jackson's song Man in the Mirror. Okay? What are the lyrics? I'm going to make a change for once in my life. Going to feel real good. Going to make a difference. Going to make it right. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. He was giving messages out. If you watch the Michael Jackson movie, he said that in the movie that he knew that his sole purpose was to make music that was inspiring, that gave out messages to the world, because he knew he was going to have millions and billions of people that were going to hear his message. Go listen to that song. It's a really good song. it has a great, beautiful message, and it's very true. Doing the work on yourself is what changes the world. Um, we change the world on an energetic level by doing the work ourselves, and that's why I'm here on the video, sharing with you, whoever's watching, that you need to also work on yourself for the betterment of the planet. I want more people to be high vibrational and positive and loving and know that we're one and be awakened to the divinity within themselves and understand that there is something beautiful and bigger than us that is magical and all loving. And I want you to feel that. If you've never felt it, and don't get me wrong, like I guess you can feel, I really I try to stay away from like religion and church stuff, but like, yeah, you can feel the spirit if you're in church and you're all singing together. But really what that is, you guys, is everybody's souls, right? Like if you're all singing in a church and you're feeling the spirit, you're feeling everybody. You know what I mean? And what is everybody? We're all fragments of the universe. And what's the universe? The universe is God. It's something bigger than us. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling something bigger than you. Okay? Like, it's a beautiful, amazing feeling. And anybody can feel it. And once you feel that, it's just confirmation for you. Like, I have angels. I have God within me. Like, I feel God. God loves me. I am love. That confirmation will come to you when you start loving yourself and doing the work. Okay, that's why I'm working on writing. Now, when I say I'm working on writing something, this could take years. I just want to let you guys know. So if you want to know about things that I work on and things that I'm going to be releasing in the future, because I'm constantly working on different types of things, and ideas, and it just takes me a long time because I'm a single mother. So my time is like crunched, and I also got to make time to just chill. Okay, you can't just like do. You got to like also relax. Okay, and I know that, so I don't push myself to a limit where I'm gonna just explode and give up on everything. Okay, so but what I was saying was, I actually am working on a self-love memoir, and I've never thought that I would write anything about my life, because I was like, well, I don't really feel like I have anything special or important in my life that I need to write about. Like, I feel like it was kind of like an egotistical thing to be like, oh, I'm gonna write a biography of my life. It's not a biography, it's a memoir. Okay, so it's like it's just a thoughtfully written part of my life that I want to share with the world, that I feel is going to impact the right people that find the book and actually read the book. Specifically, I'm writing this, it's really not for men, but I'm not against men reading it, because men need to learn how to love themselves too. We all need to learn how to love ourselves. But this is specifically for my self-love memoir. It's called How I Found Self-Love, a memoir, okay? It's specifically for women, and specifically for like younger women. So this could be like teenage women, younger women, and maybe like women in their 30s and 40s possibly. It could be for really any age, really. But I specifically want it to be for the younger people, okay? And I'm young. I'm 31, you guys. But by the time I'm done writing this memoir, I'll probably be like 35. I don't know. I'm barely in the beginning of it. I have a little bit written, but it's just gonna be kind of like my story, of how I found self-love, because it's a very important story that I feel like needs to be told, because I don't want anybody to ever go through what I went through to find self-love. I had to go through some really, really hard lessons. And I remember when I found out that I was having a daughter, like, I was crushed. First of all my sisters had sons. My 3 older sisters had sons. That was their first born, was a boy. So I thought for sure when I got pregnant with my first that it was going to be a boy, and I found out it was a girl, of course. I've always been the odd one. No, I'm just kidding. But I was crushed because I just thought about the things that I had gone through as a woman, you know, as a girl. And I'm just like, you know, like, oh my gosh, like, I could not handle my daughter going through the things that I went through. Like, you know what I mean? I felt it at that moment, nothing, she wasn't even born yet. And I was already like feeling this overwhelming pain of, I don't want her to go through the same thing I went through. And she's not, because she has me as a mom. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay. So yeah, you guys, I don't think I have anything else more to say. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, because I'm trying to grow my channel. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. It is late at night for me, so I'm going to get ready for bed after I watch a little bit of YouTube, because I love YouTube. But yeah, sending you love, sending you peace, sending you good energy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.